Good morning. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I think I actually have my mic on for once. Today, I was thinking about doing the wall, but I had a feature my friend wanted for a long time, and that was to have basically the hut at the end of Volcarnage Island. It explodes, and he kind of wanted to move a bit. That is so because it explodes with cars coming out of it. So he wanted it to move like the cars just trying to get away. Then it breaks down. I might have it so it's like knocking and just scaling. I want to try to do that. Let me open up the room. It is where is it? There's two two Volcarnage Island levels because of one is sort of the laser truck in the middle. But yes, this hut explodes, and that I want to have it a bit more oomph to the explosion. That's what I'm going to do for fun today. I did have a devlog the other day. Let me see if I open it. So basically, I wanted to catch up for a long time. So some of this stuff everyone's sort of seen before, like the truck leans. But I went on to some of the different upgrades I did to make it so players can more easily, in a multiplayer match, see who they are. And that's on tombo.itch.io. And yeah, I fixed a super annoying jaggy problem where on one level I thought, am I changing the resolution? But basically no clouds. We're setting texture filtering to off. And that made everything look jaggy. So it's fixed now. By most annoying bug now fixed. And yeah, let's see. So yeah, I want to finish on focusing tasks I've started on. I kind of started working bosses. Like maybe I should get some simple things done first, and yeah, probably adding more cars if you're good in Volcarnage Island while working on that. If you're doing well. And other than that, yeah, I did some Steam page localization. It's in French now, thanks Mervin. It's gonna be in Japanese soon, thanks to Yoshiko, and maybe I'll look for simplified Chinese next. And yeah, I want to do a new trailer, maybe a launch trailer. And I'm working right now though to tie up loose ends. So I got to do another early access build on itch.io, or at least update the Steam one for testing and events. Yeah, and other than that, we did group Gartic Phone in the Carpoon Discord last week. If you're interested, let me know in the comments or reach out on Discord. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. We're going to be doing it again on Friday at October 11th at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Gartic Phone is kind of like a party drawing app. But without further ado, so for this hut, I'm thinking of something to do later, is to simplify these boards. They're all black, and it's kind of visually distracting. It's my typical adding in too much detail, so I'll probably, an easy thing to do is change these colors to a dark orange, especially on the inner ink outlines, and possibly trim down these board lines by half. Even the roof doesn't need black in it. Can probably make some of these lines thicker, and especially when you're zoomed out like that, that'll look better. Also, thinking if I should maybe just add a little bit of color to the grass and mix it up when reviewing it today. That's something it's easy to forget to like play your own game for a bit and see what stands out. But yeah, that's what I did for about an hour. Okay, so let's start and let's move to another wave, and we'll first see what it looks like again. I could play through all the waves, but that's going to take a lot of time while testing. So I'll close like everything I've been doing to try to get the player points to save, and yeah, I'll get going. So I pretty much need everything waves. Oh yeah, this morning I updated the Steam page description too, to go with the when I was working on like what should I send for localization. It's like, oh yeah, maybe some of this is old. Like I said, what modes I'm working on to expect. Well, they're pretty much locked in now, so I got rid of that. Don't know how some of the puns will come across in localization. Okay, here we'll just set it to current wave's 1. We want like wave. This wave doesn't exist yet. We want wave 9 or wave 8. Probably we'll see 8 will give a better look as to how it is when starting. So oh, and you'll see that I forget if this is the last time the cheese hat is back. Cheese head hat is a default set in Carpoon. Okay. One nice thing now with Carpoon that John asked for is the mouse can go off screen at any time. Oh, good afternoon, Oscar. Well, this is a big birthday time. Right now, so today is my dad's 70th birthday, and it's also Don's birthday. You can ask if Don is my dad, but no, he's not. And one of my friends, his best friends, his birthday's on October 6th. So, yeah, big birthday season. So you got 2 new games, NBA 2K25 and Renatus. I haven't heard of Renatus. And new headphones and SD card. Well, headphones and SD card, that's definitely a long-lasting, well, fairly long-lasting gift. Like a game, sometimes they finish it quickly. No, I hope you enjoy those. I was hearing how there's some changes with the recent NHL games. Like, oh, should I try one again just to see what it's like being made here in Vancouver? But no, I hope you have a very happy birthday tomorrow. So yeah, there's a cheese head hat. Thank you, Hayden. And yeah, let's see in Volcarnage what happens. One thing I'm thinking about is these level signs. If maybe they should always move a bit or animate. Oh yeah, I turned back on Harpoon physics, so that gets hit because I was screwing with how the harpoon was shot at times. So I was like, oh, that's no good. It's one of those complicated, maybe too complicated with how many things it interacts with. The zoom out there, I do wonder if I can get the zoom to like have a max and not go out as much. Well, of course it's possible, but no, Oscar, did you finish Echoes of Wisdom? Time balance bit off, so I'll add more to it by pressing the 3 key. Not yet. Next Thursday, you're getting adult. You have a day program for adults with autism. You're getting Super Mario Party Jamboree. Well, well, enjoy Super Mario Party Jamboree, and sounds like hope you have a good class there. I know one of my cousin's kids and my best friend's kids, they both have autism. He definitely now beats me at Mario Kart. Okay, so the first of all, the gold car's eyes were red. Oh geez, and yeah, I'm also for Echoes of Wisdom. I haven't done it yet either, so I've kind of been trying to finish Dark Souls. So let's see that again. Oh, you beat Emio. Did you like it? Does it live up to the hype? That's one of those types of games where if it wasn't made by Nintendo, it wouldn't be on my radar at all. Okay, well that's great to hear. Maybe I'll have to take a look at some point. We're getting into peak winter game season, but it's like, oh, there's only like 5 games I want to play. I'm probably gonna bring back the Thursday session, but so mages. So you see that building explosion is kind of instant. I think it had more oomph if it kind of had like a 3 kind of booming sounds behind it and expanding. Be like, oh, what's gonna happen? But it also says only 1 car left. That's a bug. Yeah, so mages, what else have they done? I haven't heard of mages before. Okay, so okay, so they did the remakes of the first 2. Well, that makes sense to keep using them for sure. Mages game. Let's see what Wikipedia says. From 2005. That's they lost too much money there. So some turmoil. But they did have a different name. Oh, let's see. Here are the video games they've done. Ghost Town. That sounds familiar. Wow, it's probably because of Studio IG for Ghost in the Shell. Oh, Bravely Default. So they either did that or helped on it. But not seeing a lot of other ones that I recognize here. But yeah, Bravely Default would be a pretty big thing. Ogre Tale, probably not Ogre Battle. Interesting. Okay, so probably for this hat though, I need to probably just set more alarms to make the effect of it scaling 3 times. So, or create some sort of event. Maybe well, I'll turn my light that always manages to turn on when I'm away for a while. Hooah! If you, Oscar, I'll hope that UFO 50 eventually makes it out to Switch. That is an amazing collection of 50 games that I've been enjoying a lot lately. Okay, so definitely it activates this alarm. We have to see what triggers that or just move it to another one. That way we can get the scaling effect. And I probably can repeat the effect. I can probably have the scale build up 3 times, and on the 3rd one explode. Also, I can maybe download a sound from freesound.org, but I'll see if Chiptone has a good sound effect for like a boom. I wonder. You guys might not be able to hear this. The desktop audio is pretty low right now. I'll try a bit. Well, it does that boom, yeah. That sounds a bit. I'll turn it up a tiny bit and hopefully you remember. That was too quick. That's a bit slow. Nah, a bit too video gamey. So Chiptone is made by SFB Games, by one of the brothers, and they have Crow Country coming out on Switch pretty soon with some updates. Can I speed that up? Chiptone is free, or you can donate to them on their itch.io account. I think there's similar other tools, but I like this one. No, I clicked the wrong thing. That's way different, choosing those waveforms. Oh yeah, with the recent F-Zero 99 stuff, that's another one I want to play some of. But playing games doesn't help get Carpoon done. Not this. Oh. It's close, but not quite. Oh, that made that slower. Nope, that was... Oh, was I doing the wrong way? Yep. So length instead of speed. A hurt sound might also work. It's nice to have these little presets. Maybe this one? Changing the key. Yeah, maybe changing the key. That'd be a nice... Kind of like Jurassic Park. Kind of low, kind of foreboding. Okay, let's try that. And I'll turn the audio down again so not... the game isn't blurring later. Okay. If you save, that's a lot easier to get back to later if an adjustment's needed. And let's try another one. I think these sounds, a lot of them, they kind of sound crunchy to be good. I mean, it sounds like a lot of noise in them. It's probably part of the, what it sounds like for that era. Okay, so all this I could take out. Thank you, police cars. Maybe no, that could have been an ambulance. Nope, fire truck. So this will be triggered, and we want to start. You want to play the sound each time, and we want the hut to scale. I do have the scale bounce effect. I might just make it. Large and go down quickly. Like there's probably different ways to change the rate of animation, like a tween, but it might not be needed. I kind of wonder how people manage assets. It's not easy. Like it almost takes more time to import them to a good spot, and then I'll just search for them later. So a lot of it's only if I name them well. Hut. Oh yeah, it's starting with A. That. See, it's been a while since I added a sound. It's like we will definitely never. It'll be very hard to recapture the magic of the hat stream. Okay. Now I have this, I'm going to search for it because I have a variable for the sound volume in the game. At least I thought I did. I must have changed the overall system value. After we'll increase. We'll say if it's the third time, then go trigger alarm 1 with the actual cars coming out. This is a good old starting at 0. Alarm. I'll make it make it happen very quickly after the third one. Plus To make it bigger each time, we'll multiply it by how many times the boom has happened by the knocking sound. And we can go switch, I don't know, bar sound to play. It's confusing. I'm kind of putting it in the middle. Maybe I should have hut knocking at the very end, not like in the middle for when I increment it. This is almost almost would be as easy with a if statement, if else. We had some cold weather for a while here. Well, especially coming back from the cabin where it was like 0. But now yesterday it was 19 degrees, so not quite fall yet. Okay, this stays the same. This one will be hut knock 2. This one will be hut knock 3. I could add a default. Okay, so if it's greater than 2, go forward. If not, we're going to reset this alarm. It might be more fun if we go if it kind of builds up speed. No, we want. Okay. So the image scale, we'll go hut scale, or my scale might be easier. That might, I think that'll be big enough. We'll see. And well, okay, so if the scale, we want to see if this scale is greater than 1, and we'll reset it down. I could have it slowly. We'll try that, and it'd be so quick. Let's probably won't matter too much. Let's see. Let's see what it's like. Oh, I should start GameMaker Live in case I want to change variables later. I'll have to add in the code to be able to update those. I might have to create a smaller wave of cars here to test with. It's like, there's too many cars. Feels like I grabbed something there. Feels like the truck was moving sluggish. Oh, yeah, that's way too big. And also too quick. Okay, well, I think the hut scale must be no, yeah, it's 0.6 at the beginning. Okay. That explains part of it. And let's make a smaller wave 8. Let's create some test wave. Debating the best way to do this. Yeah, we'll just add one surf car. Okay, so let's now I have to just okay, I added it. We don't want to add this other wave 8 that I'll comment it out for now. So just make it a bit quicker. That should it'll complain if it doesn't work. Now let's quickly grab some GameMaker live code. So if I want to change the values without compiling the game again, we can do that. That is a very tiny window gaming. GameMaker always kind of closes in on itself. It keeps adding more and more things that make the actual working area smaller. So very glad there's that. So F12 you can press to fix that. This one we probably don't need it. Oh, screen shake. That could be a good effect. Just a small amount. Oh, I could make the screen shake bigger each time. This is like just filling with the game juice, but I should maybe make sure the timing's right first. I think with this scale, this time will be okay. I don't know why the hut... Well, the hut probably doesn't have a draw event to... Because that's just one less thing to worry about. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this explodes this time. Now you start thinking, like, if the hot dog cart was still there and the hut exploded, would the hot dog cart explode? That would be kind of funny. My friend, though, he's going to be upset when he sees the hut explode like this instead of just getting up and slowly driving off before braking. What? Where? Well, that... Did I not add it in? That's the problem with the test wave. Okay, I added it here. Probably have to... Yeah, okay, I have to add it here. I'm kind of surprised that didn't complain. So that one should work. Adding to under final list. I think in AutoWorks I kind of add them each step along the way. Well, this one I add them at the end to easily comment out and add in other waves. So I also could have just commented out a bunch of them, but then sometimes like it gets lost what the actual original order was. Oh, same thing. Oh, well. But I didn't notice the hut expanding, so... That's weird. Also weird how that doesn't work. I get the feeling the hut is being triggered by something. And if worse comes to worse, I'll just use that previous wave. is me thinking, oh, it'll be easy. And then I've done this for a while. No, it's not easy. Oh, yeah. See, I see. I copied the wrong thing. I didn't add it to the actual list, so it's easier in hindsight. There we go. Yeah, what I added didn't make any sense. I didn't add it to the actual list of checks. What? That's gotta be me playing with the controller setup. I hope. I hope that's it. I have other controllers. That's one thing I checked for early today. Like, will in all my sort of player position saving and loading, will Carpoon still work for me to work on today? Oh, so it's not getting smaller. It's just getting bigger. I almost want it to have a momentum when it builds up, but this is okay for testing right now. So we want OG scale. It's not 1. I might turn out the sound just so I can hear it, because not hearing the knocking also takes away from it right now. And do I have... I might have screen shake turned off right now. Yeah, so after this, once it's working, I'll play more with the bounce of the hut exploding. It's like, is there a bug? Or did not compile? It's just taking a while. That sounded like a cat outside. Yeah, screen shake should be on. I'd say that timing wasn't bad. Could probably have even more of a pause before the cars come out. This is where that's anticlimactic when the time just runs out. I wonder if there's a better way to make it clear I'm just about to run out of time, but so I know it's louder, kind of flashes red a bit. Let's see it again. So instead of making the scale big, it could almost have like a momentum burst of the house, like an acceleration for what it wants to scale at, and then decrease that, or I guess speed, and then subtract acceleration, kind of like a reverse fall, like, you know, gravity and bouncing like the trucks. Okay, let's see. Maybe quicker at the end. Maybe quicker, and this can be slower in between gaps. Yeah, that's a risky move. I'm going by not double, I'm going by a quarter of it. I would like to see the screen shakes doing anything. Now that's a potential bug. Although some people get a bit dizzy or sick from screen shake. Excuse me, I woke up 5:45 this morning. Which is nice to get a good start in the day, but I still have to go to sleep slightly earlier. So this, I'm playing with the scale here. What I could do is, I don't know, make it 5 plus, this will be, it doesn't have to be 5, it can just be, I don't know, try 2 plus. We'll just see what happens. That's probably gonna be a little bit ridiculous. So if hot knocking's greater than that, we kind of want to. This is hard too because you got to treat it like you want to go back to 0 and stop, but it's so quick it doesn't matter. I'm going to write down the original scaling speed, because if I don't and I change it later, that might, it's the easy way to have a bug. Like I probably won't, but you never know. Oh yeah, but I'm going to make it 0. Anyway, let's try that. It's going to be a race against the scale. Yeah, I guess the scale will be decreasing, and can be negative. Oh yeah, it can't be negative. So that's the problem. So like I want the scale speed to increase. It's like if you threw basically like if you threw a ball in the air and eventually it slows down, then it comes back down. That's kind of the effect I want. I might I might just see what I did for scale bounce and do that, because that works pretty well. Yeah, let me run into some. Let's run into some stuff and see. Just why reinvent the wheel when I can reuse something? Nope, there's that bug again because I didn't change my color, I bet. That's something I'll fix later because it's kind of boring to work on. So these trees, this is kind of the effect of thinking, oh, I can just modify how much it is and remove some of the rotation. Like I don't think that engine rotates. And I can make it quicker. That kind of looked like a black hole. Yeah, and the gold cars, it's kind of off by one there when it's ending, because I have to specify how many cars are left. Otherwise, if I don't, the game ends before the HUD explodes. Because before I always tested if there were cars that just existed or not, and kind of have to say like, wait, if it's this situation, there are cars, don't do anything. Okay, so I'm going to copy this stuff over because I think instead of inheriting all this, that would be... I think there'd be a lot of overwriting. If I end up having to do it again later, well, sure, I'll kind of consider it. Hello to Alts with an otter. How are you? I just saw an article the other day about, I think it was just someone in BC who was being stressed out as a healthcare worker, and they came across a family of otters. So, and that helped them relax. And I guess hilariously here in Richmond, there's like a river otter, and there's a park nearby which is like a few kilometers away from the river, and there were otters there. Oh, you're good. Excellent. Probably anyone who uses an otter emoji is doing pretty well. No, thank you for dropping by. Are you working on a game yourself? Or sorry, I kind of assume people are here. Yeah, otters are pretty cute. I'm trying to think, other than those river otters, have I ever seen one in the ocean? Like, I've seen them in aquariums and stuff, but I know I've seen seals a lot in rivers. I would say one of my bucket list goals, so seeing a marine mammals, is to go whale watching and see a whale, like a true whale, and not like I've seen killer whales, but they're technically a dolphin. Uh, that would be one goal I'd like to finish off one day. I've been to areas with them, just it's not the right season because they migrate. All right, I better expand this and it'll be easier to copy everything. Uh, my notes, back to regular. Do nothing. Okay. Yeah, no, just right now we're just trying to add a bit more oomph to one of the waves of Carpoon. Make it a more outstanding or more of a neat moment. Okay, alarm 10 and 11. It would be handy in GameMaker if you had added events just here, which I don't think you can. You have to go back to the workspace. Okay. This one I might not actually need. This is a lot of stuff. I'll have to cut some of it out. I might put it in begin step or end step. That way, if I know if it messes up something else, it's okay. Ah, it's not too long. Okay. Let's try it. So this part, This part before, it's like it was based on if the player runs into it. But now it has to be triggered by itself in the alarm. So I'll just copy this, and I think that'll do it. That's a lot. That's gone away. Okay. How to paste this in kind of before. I forget about it. Okay. All right. I'm pretty sure something would be broken there. Like this. I might want to get rid of. And as long as the scale is changing, it should be okay. I gotta. I'll move that. Now there's too many old variables. But let's see if it's a bit more lively now and how it bounces. Okay. Well, bounce the first time. Doesn't need to rotate as much. But then I think it was waiting if the alarm was done, and it stopped doing that. So I like the effect. I'll lower the amount of rotation. And I wonder how that. It's like what? Oh, okay, so that multiplies it. Don't need that much. Maybe like 2. And I don't think it slows down quite fast enough. So, but this, instead of alarm, these alarms, I'll just do if it started. Just keep going. don't have to adjust the depth again. I think the depth is already taken care of for this object. So I had a minimum size here that I could scale to, but is there, okay, so scale and hits, I can make it bigger. It's 0.7, which is pretty close to 0.6 that it starts off at. I don't like just leaving a number there, but whatever. Okay. There's a minimum. Yeah, that's confusing. I guess because it's a sine wave, so it goes negative, and that's why at a minimum value that doesn't go under. So it's going to be a matter of if I can make it quicker than what it is, and if it even matters, it might not. Okay, house. Let's see. Well, there's definitely screen shake there. I think now it's like, do I want to have 3 and then it explodes, or I need a bit more delay because I don't. Those eyes red. I thought they were red earlier, but it's pretty close. That's maybe. Maybe there's so much screen shake on the last one, it's hard to notice. Let's see. Let's try 70. Try shifting the numbers a bit. Like, I don't think I noticed screen shake on the first one. I'll write a note so I don't remember. We'll try an extra 2 seconds. That way we'll see if anything happens. Now, in theory, that should change things. Because you can see here, GameMaker Live, it updated it. So, might not have to compile again. That start button, I've had advice to try to make it a lever or try to drag it to one side. Then people know to drag objects. Something I think about. Okay, let's see what happens. I had the feeling it scaled at the end, but I couldn't notice. I think that's okay. Yes, I never had the harpoon rope wrapping around objects. I know it's doable. You just have to create a point. Let's see it again. I probably don't need any more tweaks. I can probably try drawing a better hut. Anything, I think I can delay it a bit more. Have like a longer build up. I don't know, let's see what it looks like if I do a ridiculous delay. And I think the screen shake is almost too much. We'll take a look there. Okay, so I get the impression it isn't scaling on the last one. Now the first one, it kind of doesn't have that, like the sound happens too quickly compared to the scaling. Like, to get around that, I could do a quick boost for the scale, or I can delay the sound. Yeah, it kind of stops, so... Probably this happened. Probably we don't need to do that. Although you'd think, why isn't anything happening at all? Oh, I see. Okay. This wasn't happening on the last one, the explosion. That's why. So I'll just pull it out because this only happens once when the alarm's triggered. It should be fine. So after this, I might draw the hut for a bit. Oh, I didn't save. I'll change the color twice. That's that player loading stuff I'll be fixing more later. Okay. Yeah, his eyes are red. I want to check that. because the red eyes should only be for the boss. He's not a boss. But why was it happening only sometimes? Yeah, it's nice to get the hut effect in there. I think that adds to it a bit. It would have been funny if the hut just got up and kind of started driving off, then exploded. But I think this adds like a more like, oh, what is it type effect. And it could be a boss in there later if I wanted. This is GameMaker Studio, and it's not Godot. Godot is one that it kind of became more popular after I learned GameMaker Studio, and I was lucky enough to get a license where it's not a subscription. So before on Steam, it was like you could just buy it one-time fee, and now GameMaker does have a free version, but it also, I think, does like a monthly fee and other things. So I was lucky in that regard. If I was going to start again, like, I would probably be trying to do Godot. It's just the tutorial I found was GameMaker that was free, and it just works out. I think both, like, Godot has all sorts of new features and support all the time. I was reading an article recently that they were kind of hoping that Unity wouldn't have so many problems because then they knew so many developers would turn to it, and they weren't quite ready yet, especially considering its open source nature. No, but Godot is one I definitely want to try one for a game jam sometime and just see how it is. Although I've done a bit of Unity, and that has C# in it, and I've done Unreal with Blueprints, which is probably the most powerful one. And I like how Blueprints, a lot of it like that I have to do in just code loops and stuff in GameMaker, it's just there in Unreal in a little module you plunk in. So there's two small code things to try to fix up. Is that I don't want the match to end. Well, the gold one extra car is still out there, and just why the gold car is using the red monster truck boss's red eyes for some reason. You can see all the coins I had were on point where you could collect coins too after a car was crushed. And one of my friends, who did game design, he kind of encouraged me to think of a better way to deal with that. So basically a better way to deal with the score so it's more clear for players. Okay, so to do that, I'll just go into the base car code because they kind of overwrite a lot of it. So what game am I making? This is Carpoon. It's a twin stick arcade party. Well, it's a twin stick car harpooning arcade party game up for 1 to 4 players. It's a, I don't know, I think I was talking with my friend one time. We kind of came up with, like, what if tow trucks had harpoons to catch cars? It didn't have the googly eyes at first. That was one of my friend's suggestions because they loved Stunt Race FX, and it had a lot more character. So I always loved party games for like couch co-op with 4 players, and Fortunately, now there's Steam Remote Play, so I don't have to do networking because I knew making a game kind of hard enough. And I kind of thought of it with local multiplayer in mind at first. Yeah, but the idea is I'll show you the first level. I'll play it too after. The idea is just to harpoon cars, whether they're parked or not, even though the joke you're a tow truck, you just tow everything and drag them to this crusher, or I'll load it. And but the thing is, though, it was originally like mostly just player on player base, so you're just harpooning other tow trucks in, and then I kind of added co-op, and then I added another mode. So just trying to finish it all up now. But so this level I refreshed recently. I kind of made the boulevard better. So yeah, you're a tow truck and you just harpooning cars into a crusher. Yeah, I wanted like a kind of classic type gameplay, but with a little bit of a twist that I hadn't seen before. I guess there's always types of games that are just brand new, and the thing is, you don't want to make it too different. Yeah, it's kind of just been like a bucket list like goal to finish a larger scale. I say larger scale game, but I used to make like little tiny games in Flash and stuff. Kind of a complete experience. Yeah, thank you very much. This level, yeah, just recently upgraded. This is probably the most complete level. I think this morning I was thinking of some effects for that other level I was showing you earlier, like these grass patches. You see the color's kind of different. Add a little bit more detail to it. The third level, though, still needs a bit more work in its car waves. There's lava to drop cars into in that level, and right now the cars drive into the lava a little bit more than I'd like, so there's that. And currently, one thing when you have multiple players playing this, because it's up to 4 players, it was a bit hard at times for players to keep track of who they are. That's why now I added a hat. And I've changed, the harpoons are different for each player. And kind of like the order and how they come in I've been filling with. So that's been kind of a more, I know it's almost tedious. Like some of it's fun, but some of it is definitely not quite as entertaining to do. There's also different things when you have 2 players in, like there's one car that's heavier that only 2 players can drag in. And yeah, it's getting pretty close. I do have an early access version on itch.io, and you can wishlist it on Steam if you just search Carpoon. But yeah, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll try to make the best game possible that I can make. Have a great day. Oh yeah, that sounds probably... I'll turn on that sound again. It's probably a bit loud for my testing. Okay, but back to the gold car. Let's see why it had red eyes. I will say it's funny with the game for a while. If you don't have your... Sometimes like if you don't say it for a while, the one-liner about your game, you can't forget it. I had that recently. It's like I hadn't said what Carpoon is for a while, and it's like you kind of drag on for a bit too long. Kind of like the pitch. So I think these eyes, they if I search for the monster truck, it should find it. I'll just save that. Okay. Okay, its object name is not enemy monster truck. This is what I thought was affecting it. This changing the blend of the eyes to red. Okay, no, that'd be different. So what I was doing is I was having the eyes, I think they're black, where it's normally white, and the well, it's black and red. So I don't think this is actually doing it. Oh, hello, Rudy. How you doing? I was just making the hut explosion a bit more exciting. You want to see it? How are you doing? How's your game coming along? Video editing? Okay, I'll show you. What are you using? Are you using Premiere? I'm curious what you're editing a video for. At least DaVinci Resolve. Oh, okay, that's one I have to learn still. I kind of like it's torn. Like there's Premiere, which works really well with After Effects, but DaVinci Resolve is a one-time flat fee. But like if I have After Effects, then like with Photoshop and that, I might as well have the whole suite of Adobe, which unfortunately I was saving. I was paying half for a while because it's like, if you just go, it's like, oh, it's too expensive. And they'll go, oh, do you want 3 free months or do you want it half price for a year? It's like, yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, I'll see it later, but not too much later. It's my dad's 70th birthday today that I have to leave for early. Okay. So that hut in the middle, it exploded before in the last wave, but I thought one of my friends suggested it could kind of drive a bit and then explode. And I thought, well, let's do a bit more oomph to it. So there. I have a kind of a scale and has cause screen shake and a booming sound effect. Okay, its eyes are pink this time. It's just I forgot that that could happen. That'd be funny trying to get the bonus car and so I think maybe here I can make the hot dog cart explode when the house explodes if they're close enough. I think I'll do that, but I'll fix the eye color. It should be it should be yellow. So I need more emergent stuff in my games. That's one of the things I wish I was better at. Anyway, I'm sort of sidetracked here. I just had a okay. Oh, and it's stuck. Okay, so basically, yeah, but really make sure you can send that video to me a bit later. I'll definitely take a look. Okay, the gold car. Let's see. Okay. So okay, I have to make sure which one of the eyelids and which one of the eyes themselves. So, uh, it's the downside of seeing an email and message during a stream being thrown off by it. basically want to check if this blend, image blend, I feel like it is not quite right. This is where I need my my vertical screen to kind of get more space. Okay, this is figuring out the eyes. Now we just have to see the image blend. Searching old car instead of gold car in case there's it's in a few different spots. I'm just trying to find out what I set its image blend for the color to. I can do this, but I don't think it will. It's kind of like an orangey color. Yeah, it's between. See, it's between yellow and orange, I would say. So probably orange is safe. Okay, let's fix that, and let's just have the HUD explode And maybe that'll be it for today. Or not the hut, the hot dog cart. So this, I think it's explode me is the variable to make it blow up, but I'll check what it inherits everything from. I'll try it. Something tells me it won't work. And probably I can just check from the hut. Where did my hut go? We'll see if that blows up in general, but then I'll have to check the radius. Let's see that and the gold car eyes. What's happening there? Okay, will the hot dog cart explode? It moved. That's kind of funny. Yeah, gold car eyes look okay now. It touched the collision detection on the way up. That's why it exploded when exploding is already triggered to true. So at least we know it's talking to it. Oh, I should kind of say the distance away from it. Okay, we want. We'll check if this exists because it will stop existing. And we'll just have the variable printed to the screen to see how far it is. Then we'll see if there's a good way for it to explode when there's no crusher and no hut. Or I mean no volcano. Maybe it's possible it's just not there and it's only an enemy detection. It's not in the vehicle part, so I'll check the enemy car itself, see what happens. As an example, I can also check players. Oh no. I have surf. There's a surfing variable, but it's there's also things called surfaces that are called surf. Surf car maybe? Now that's just all waves for how I create them. I know the draw event has to have the surfboard for this. Let's check. Here we go. Let's see what causes the surfboard to be drawn. Draw a surfboard. Okay. There's also that one. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, which one causes the surfboard car to explode? Not there. Oh, well, I'll try to figure that out later. Yeah, I think we'll probably end that for here today. That's pretty good to get the house change the size. We'll see how far the hot dog cart is. Let's just see it one more time. And yeah, probably back on Thursday with some games. Just playing other demos and stuff. Not a dev stream. Distance 0. I don't believe you. Oh, 275. Okay, it's probably anywhere within 100 would be fine. Well, no, that's about it. Thanks everyone for dropping by. It's been like a small little polish thing to add to Carpoon today instead of the wall, which is might have been kind of boring. Even this at times not so exciting, but I think it'll be fun for players. Yeah, basically I was a polish thing today, and yeah, hopefully back next week another fun thing. And until next time, good luck with your projects and have a great day, everyone. Yeah, no, make a polish portfolio. Yeah, portfolio day is soon, so that's something to focus on. Okay, well, see you later, everyone.